Oh, that is quite a nice wheel. So the Simagic GTS arrived here by Abruzzi, and I must say a big shout out to Abruzzi. You do like, if I'm pronouncing your name properly, you do like to do a lot of packaging. This is the size of the box, and let's see how much packaging there is. At least the wheel's protected. I should have done that after the, yeah, I'm only totally up now. Right, so that's the packaging. This is what it looks like. A very fancy, minimalistic sort of box here. You see the Simagic GTS, got the nice leather sort of version of the wheel. There are two types, the leather and the Alcantara. And it's officially sponsor of iRacing. Isn't every Simagic brand, Isn't every sim racing brand sponsoring iRacing nowadays? But I quite like it. It's got this red glowing sort of effect at the back of behind the wheel, and it looks really rather nice. I should apologise as well. I was going to do this on the rig, so if you hear some cars in the background, I'm going to have some music playing, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But there we are. So that's the Simagic GTS, that's the box. Whoop. And here we are, just a nice simple Simagic. I do have a few scuffs marks on the, box. There's a slight bend here, but I don't really care, it's in cardboard. As long as the thing is protected. I must say it feels relatively weighty at the moment, but it feels pretty good. No sort of sellotape which damages the box, it's a nice little clip. And here we go to the nice bit of padding. You see there, nice thick padding. All of the Simagic products come in that nice thick polystyrene. Just check, no, nothing else. Nice thick polystyrene, gives you the confidence that the wheel is protected. And it always comes with stickers. Well, first, stickers. So we've got these. I've got a nice collection of these now because I have a Alpha Mini and the Simagic P2000 pedals. So I've got a collection of these. I've not stuck them for anything yet. Maybe I'll put them on the toolbox later on. What other stickers do you get? So you get these, as you can see from the wheel, it's quite plain looking. So it's giving you some lovely little stickers for the rotary dials and the encoders. You've got traction control, ABS and other bits and bobs. Just add a bit of personality onto them, a bit of brake bias maybe. But that's quite nice. It's quite a nice little touch there. Some more stickers. Simagic brand, you can keep racing. Of course, what else am I going to do? Racing is kind of like my weird little hobby, virtually anyway. And then we've got these stickers. Now these stickers are more interesting. These are the stickers that you put up on over the buttons, and they do feel nice and like ray stickers. They feel quite nice, and these are the ones that are going to be illuminated with the backlighting on the wheel itself. So you've got on, you've got fan, you've got checker flag, ABS, wipers, headlights. You know, anything you could possibly want. There's a VR button here, so you want to reset your VR, you know where your button is. Which seems a bit pointless, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, there you go. It's up, mix, loads of different options there for you to customise your wheel. I'm not sure how easy it is to take off, but they feel like very thick, which is quite nice. And what an additional support, nice little pair of tweezers. So if you want to pluck your eyebrows afterwards, you can do. But this is so you can get the perfect crisp feeling placement onto your wheel. And then we've got some small, very small Allen keys here. Now I assume this is going to be to either take off some of the encoders for the stickers, or perhaps maybe it's to do some changes onto the paddle shifters there. But that's really quite nice. And more Allen keys adds to collection. I think at this point in time, sim racers tend to have an abundance of Allen keys. Probably too many. And there we are. Here's the Simagic warranty card. You do get warranty with your distributor. Simagic is very different to other brands. You don't go to them directly. You go through your distributor wherever you purchase your Simagic product from, and they'll be able to square you away. I've dealt with a Bruzy for the most part, and Ben has been fantastic for the most part. For the most part, Ben's been fantastic. What am I on about? Anyway, another quick guide here. Thankfully, it's in English, in this sort of typeface that you only get with products from China. I don't know what sort of font it is, but you know what I mean. Like this font down at the bottom right here. It's a font that I've not seen except for Chinese-made products, and that's not a bad thing. Some of the Chinese-made products are really bloody good, such as the Simagic ones. But that's a nice little factory guide there if you want to use it. Always handy to have that. Most of the manufacturers go to the website, go to the app. But I'm getting old now. It's nice to have a piece of card to look at. Anyway, you don't really care about the stickers or stickers maybe, but you don't really care about some of the gubbins that get involved in it. You care more about the wheel. So let's have a look. Oh, that is quite a nice wheel. Now, I did say that there are two versions of the Simagic GTS that you can get. The leather one, which is what I ordered, and the Alcantara. So drum roll, please. They sent me the Alcantara. But look at that, isn't that nice? And it's very secure, fits very nicely, very snug. And let's take this bad boy out. Oh, underneath, you've got a USB-C cable there. I assume that's for a firmware update if you want to do that for the wheel as well. On the back there's a USB-C slot there, so you can update it. Obviously with a Simagic base, this just connects automatically through the wireless connection. You've got some pins there as well, so you don't need this while you're driving, but it's just for updates. That's pretty cool. Always love more cables. And the rim itself. So, first impressions. The Alcantara, the suede material, feels bloody lovely. As you can see from the wheel behind me, I have an Alcantara OMP rim. It's starting to be a little bit faded. That's a wheel I got when I first got the direct drive because I needed something with a bit more suitable for my needs. But this material feels lovely. It's got firm, there's not much cushioning, but as in it's firm underneath, but it's nice and soft over the top. Obviously with the Alcantara, you're going to need to look after it quite a bit more. Sort of notice as well, the stitching here. The stitching goes all the way around up until your thumb imprint here. This is really helpful. When I had a Thrustmaster 599XX Evo, whatever it's called, wheel, the stitching went all the way around into the thumb grooves, and that was a problem because the stitching would start to go. I was only using that wheel not as much as the Sparco one, but the stitching started to wear away and then it started to thread, and no one really wants that. So it's nice that they've left that little gap there which your thumb can sit in, so you're not going to undo the stitching and need to get it reupholstered because that's going to cost quite a bit of money. Nice sort of leather red stripe on the top, always really good if you're doing your rallying kind of things. And this is a 30cm wheel, and I must say, apart from these little flat bits here, which is, you know, quite nice if you want to just relax your hands and feel the force feedback a bit rather than just being all tense with your thumbs in the groove. It's 30cm complete the whole way around. It's not got a oblique sort of, oblique, is that the word I'm looking for, kind of shape? I'll show you what I mean. This is also, well, this is slightly larger, but you can tell from this wheel here that it's got a bit of a roundish sort of roundish shape. You know what I mean? It's not completely 30cm symmetrical. It's not a perfect circle. It's a bit of an oval shape. That's the word I'm looking for. A bit of an oval around the top, which gives you a bit more visibility for the dials. But it's more sort of squarer kind of shape compared to this, which is perfectly round. Now, some people might like that. I quite like it. But the one thing I will probably say is you don't get much visibility through the dash. I'm already thinking, yeah, it's going to be a little bit trickier on the rig. Anyway, the paddles. How's this sound? Ooh. They sound quite nice. Quite a firm. You don't need much pressure. It's magnetic shifters you can see there. See the magnets at the back there working wonders. And as you can see, Move a little bit closer. You can't really tell, but there's a couple of Allen key bolts, so you can adjust the paddles inwards and outwards. They're currently at their sort of narrowest, I should say. They can go a little bit wider by another couple of millimeters. I would say you can see where my hand placements, if I'm holding the wheel really quite tightly, there's not much movement. I can sort of look at it with my thumb. So I think for the most part, I'm going to need to, when using this wheel, have both my fingers out so I can adjust the paddles while I'm driving. What I tend to do if I'm doing rallying is I wouldn't like that. I would have a firm grip on the wheel and then take it off when I need to. I kind of like to run a high force feedback when I'm rallying. But I think for this one, I'm going to be a bit more gentler with it. There's not really much room. My hands aren't that big. They're not big at all. They're probably just above average. Any bloke will tell you that they're always just above average. But yeah, so there's going to be a bit of catching. The paddles themselves, there's a slight bevel to them, so they're not sharp, so I can run my fingers across them, and I'm not going to cut my fingers, which is quite nice indeed. But yeah, they feel really good. I don't see any adjustment though on the paddle shifters, unless I can do something with these bolts maybe. I'll need to have a play around with it to give myself a little bit more room. I would like them back just a smidge more, but no, it feels quite nice. Now the typeface of the wheel, and you can see it's quite bland, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's nicely finished. It looks really nice. It looks nice. It looks professional. Looks like Martyrs. Sorry, a bit of gob there on the wheel. But it's not the most exciting of wheels to look at. It doesn't have the wow factor of the GTC Pro Hub or some of the Fanatec or the Moser offerings, for example. It's a lot more simplified. I quite like that, but I know it's not to everyone's taste. The magic comes with all these buttons, which have a nice click to them. If you're coming from a Thrustmaster or Logitech product, this is going to feel very premium. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 normal buttons. The rotary encoders and the funky switches also push in as well. Funky switches, they turn up, down, left and right. And the rotary's got a quite a satisfying click to them, and it feels really nice. Here you've got the rev light as well, and then a nice sort of embossed Simagic, raised, whatever the word is, Simagic logo, and it feels really nice. I would say the only issue I might find is that it is a 30cm wheel, and me doing rally content for the most part, it's going to be a bit tricky, more tricky than, let's say, using the 320 OMP sort of semi-deep dish wheel that I've been more accustomed to. But I sort of reason why I've got this wheel is I'm branching out a little bit from rallying. I've been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa Competizione recently, and I think this will be a lot easier for me rather than using the numpad with some stickers at the bottom right for my lights and ABS and what. It's going to be all here, and it's all going to feel really nice. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, but I know this wheel is going to do everything that I kind of need for it to do. If I want to do a bit of rallying with the completely round wheel, it's going to work just fine. If I want to do a Assetto Corsa GT3 racing, it's a nice size there, quite a sweet spot for me to, do my GT3, GT sort of racing with my paddles. There's no way I can put some Simagic dual clutch on there unless I retrofit something from another brand. But it's really quite nice. I'm a little bit underwhelmed because it's a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, but the buttons do feel premium. I'm looking forward to seeing the backlighting, getting the stickers on there, and getting it working on the rig. So that's a Simagic GTS. Quite a nice little wheel. I am hoping to get the leather edition, however, just because I don't want to replace the Alcantara. As you can tell here, the wheel goes straight into this sort of front plate. The front plate can come out, as you see from the Race Beyond Matter sort of video, but you can't swap this with a generic wheel. So the level one is kind of the one you want to go for unless you really want to take care of the Alcantara, or if you don't really care about how the Elgaterra looks after about 6 months or so. But I want to see whether I can get a level one and swap them out. But yeah, that's a Simagic GTS, quite a nice wheel. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. I might do a review, but more of a first impressions video. I'm not a big review kind of guy, but I'm quite happy having a wheel with buttons on it rather than just using a complete naked OMP wheel for a change. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, that's about it. Simagic GTS, 420 quid from a Bruzy. Very well packaged, very well made. Nice carbon, nice metal face. No bending or twisting. Really good quality stuff, and that fantastic quick release as well. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you all next time. I'm sorry. See you later.